Samsung Galaxy S7 or the LG G4 here in 2017. That's coming up right now. Let's go. So, what is up guys? Nick here from Everything Tech and welcome to the Samsung Galaxy S7 or the LG G4 here for 2017. Now, I know what a lot of people are gonna say right away. The Galaxy S7, this is obvious, it's the later smartphone, just get the Galaxy S7. But, you know, without doing research and realizing that both have a lot of similarities, one's gonna cost you way less, one's gonna cost you way more. And we're helping those people out there who wanna get a smartphone and they're a little bit strapped for cash. We're gonna help you guys out here in this video. So, like I say, the Galaxy S7, the latest Samsung smartphone, you know, pretty much their latest flagship device. Now, I know a lot of people, the hype followers, the people that hop on the hype train, they're already on the Galaxy S8. People are throwing around rumors. There's no such product yet it doesn't exist yet. They're just rumors floating in the air. But when it comes out, you know, then that will supersede the Galaxy S7. But for now, this is the latest Samsung smartphone. And it is a beauty. We have a glass design here with curved edges, and we have a fingerprint scanner, water resistance, and micro expansion here for SD card, a 12 megapixel camera, heart rate monitor, and waterproofed all the way around. So you can pretty much get your speaker wet and it's still gonna work. You can make calls if it gets wet. And you got yourself a 5 megapixel front facing camera with Android 6.0 upgradable to Android Nougat, which I do think the LG G4 eventually will get Nougat as well. As a matter of fact, I should probably check for updates soon here. Both are running Marshmallow in this video. Now the LG G4 is prior 2015 flagship from LG. So the LG G4 was succeeded by the LG G6, which was a radical redesign of the LG G4 with a modular design, which, you know, turned out to be pretty much a flop in terms of overall sales figures and things like that. Motorola did it better with the Moto Z lineup with their modular approach. But the LG G4, you know, has a squarish design. A lot of people hate this design, but, you know, a lot of people love it too, and I'm focused on the people that care about that. So, the positivity. And you could see that, you know, the LG G4 is going to give you a lot of similarities to the Galaxy S7. So, if you pick up a Galaxy S7 with its metal body, you're going to feel a sense of quality immediately. Now, if you pick up an LG G4 without its leather back, it doesn't feel so quality, but one with a leather back feels pretty great in the hand overall. And I would say the Galaxy S7 doesn't feel that much better versus a G4 when it has a leather back on. Now, overall, I'm still going to give it to the Galaxy S7 because it is a more premium design, but I think once you put a leather cover on the G4, it does feel quite premium on the G4, although Galaxy S7 is still taking it there. Now, the G4 does have a few advantages over the Samsung Galaxy S7, and number one, I think we talked about this already, is price. So the LG G4 is going to cost you 50% less than a Galaxy S7, and it's going to give you probably 25% less features. And what I mean by 25% less features is the only thing you're not getting with a G4 that you're getting with a Galaxy S7 it's pretty much water resistance and you know, you could say the glass design, but that's a matter of personal preference. Pretty much water resistance is the only thing you don't get with an LG G4 over a Galaxy S7. Okay, let's say the fingerprint scanner. Okay, we got fingerprint scanner there. Maybe an AMOLED display, but once again, that's a matter of preference. Super AMOLED versus LCD. This is a quantum dot IPS display. It's incredibly sharp, and so is the Super AMOLED. They're both incredibly sharp. 577 pixels per inch, 533. If the LG G4 was slightly smaller, it'd be in the same resolution ballpark. So both 2K displays here. Now, the LG G4 has one big disadvantage over the Galaxy S7 in my personal experience, and that's the battery life. I think the G4's battery life is a little bit worse, well actually a lot bit worse than the Galaxy S7. I'm talking about an hour and a half maybe difference in terms of the battery life, but that's easily fixed by getting a battery pack, getting a, you know, a Mophie juice pack, or whatever, just carrying a multiple battery. Now, the LG G4 has the advantage over the Galaxy S7, and Samsung used to do this, but they quit doing it. But LG continues with the V20 as well, and that is the removable battery. Now, on here, there's nothing to remove here from our Galaxy S7. There's no removable battery in there. And a lot of people say this is an irrelevant feature these days, and it might be for some, but for those of you out there who still dig this, hit the like button down below if you dig the whole removable battery action. Now, you could say, well, the Galaxy S7 has expandable memory. Well, so does the LG G4. G4, expandable memory. Well, the Galaxy S7 has an amazing camera with fast focusing. Well, so does the G4, 16 megapixel f1.8 aperture camera with laser autofocus, pretty much in the same league as the Galaxy S7. Yeah, the Galaxy S7 could focus faster on objects, but the G4 can produce professional quality images just like the Galaxy S7. Well, you got a heart rate monitor on the Galaxy S7, you don't have that on the G4. I don't know how many people actually use the heart rate monitor, but you know, if you do, then the Galaxy S7 is your boy here. Now, in terms of the speaker quality, the LG G4 gets way louder from the speaker than the Samsung Galaxy S7. So take that into consideration if you're considering these two devices. The LG G4 has a much louder speaker, one of the loudest speakers I've heard on any smartphone in a while. And that includes some of those smartphones with front-facing speakers. This one just gets really loud, at least my model anyway. I don't know if your model gets loud, but this speaker gets really loud on the LG G4. It's not the most bassy or crisp sounding, but it does get very loud. Now, both devices are going to give you, 3.5 millimeter headset jacks, so that's not an issue on either. You're going to get 3.5 millimeter headset jacks. Both support Qualcomm Quick Charging 2.0, so both are going to support fast charging. The LG G4 charges extremely fast. The Galaxy S7 charges extremely fast. I think the Galaxy S7 charges a little bit faster than the G4, but the G4 still supports it, so it's still a quick charging device. Now, for those of you out there who are more, you're more concerned with, the camera in terms of you just want to take a quick point and shoot. The Galaxy S7 does have that double click to open the home button. And I think the Galaxy S7 is a better camera for those of you who want to just pull out the phone and shoot. The LG G4 is going to be a better camera for those of you who want to get, really in depth with the manual mode. I find the LG G4 to be more of a photographer's camera. It's more natural. It's more real to life kind of colors. It's more competitive with like an iPhone type camera than the Galaxy S7. The Galaxy S7 has a really saturated, it's a really unique camera on the Galaxy lineup. They're very saturated and they just have more, punchier colors than you're going to get on other devices. Now let's just take a look at some of the applications and do a little quick speed test here. So let's close everything out here. Now you're rocking with a Snapdragon 808 CPU here for the LG G4 and 820 here for the Galaxy S7. So both in the 800 lineup. LG G4 is slightly older with the 808, a 6-core CPU with a 4-core 820 here for the Galaxy S7. 4 gigs of RAM here, 3 gigs of RAM here on the LG G4. Both are pretty high in the RAM department though. I mean, 3 gigs of RAM on a smartphone is a lot of RAM. So let's go over here. And let's go into calendar. You can see about the same. So you see right there, about the same. Let's come home. Let's go into, let's see, settings. Maybe we can do settings on both devices. Let's go into settings on both. And you can see LG G4 rockets to the settings first. Let's go home here. And TouchWiz, that might be TouchWiz. TouchWiz, LG's UI is pretty snappy and it's pretty well optimized. The LG G4 just has to get warmed up when you first boot it up. But once it gets warmed up, it's pretty snappy. Let's go into settings here again. You can see about the same. Let's go home. And how about we try something like the camera? So, camera. You can see Galaxy S7 ahead there, but only slightly. Let's come home. Let's go to applications on both. Let's go to Android Central. You can see that was very, very similar. Probably the Galaxy S7 slightly ahead. But you can see both are going to do everyday tasks very efficiently. And the LG G4 is just an extremely good value here for, what you're going to pay for this device. Galaxy S7 there, and then the G4, but that was the Google Weather app, so that might have mattered there. Let's try that with the LG's Weather app. Yeah, so you can see the LG G4 keeps up with its weather app versus the Galaxy's weather app. So let's go over here. And let's just kind of swipe through. You can see both are very, very smooth here. Not a lot of hiccups. I think the Galaxy S7 is a little bit of a better gaming device than the LG G4. The LG G4 is not the best gaming device out there, but it's a really well-rounded smartphone. Let's go into the multitasking. Let's see if LG can beat it on the multitasking. Let's go into calendar. About the same. Let's go into settings. About the same. Let's go into Android Central. About the same. Let's go into settings. I think I did that one. Let's go home. Let's see if I got a game on both of these I can open up, or a similar game. So I got Temple Run on here. Yeah, I got Temple Run on here. Let's go ahead and open up Temple Run on both of these devices here. And you could see which one gets there first. Galaxy S7, then LG G4. But you see, it's so minor. I'm really, you know, shocked with the value of the LG G4. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, and I'm not being biased in the sense of like, I think it's a better smartphone. Of course, I would probably use the Galaxy S7 over the LG G4, but I just really think that you guys are getting incredible value if you want to go get like a, you know, you got about 200, 300 bucks. You want to get a new smartphone, but you don't like all them budget options. The LG G4 is a flagship smartphone that performs extremely well here in 2017, early 2017. And honestly, I have an iPhone 7 Plus. You guys know that if you're following this channel. And I could do everything pretty much I need to do on the 7 Plus on the LG G4. I mean, I could literally just use this phone and get everything done the same as the 7 Plus. Yeah, it's a luxury. It's a nice thing to have the 7 Plus, but I'm just saying, like, the G4 is a great value. And so basically, let's wrap this video up. If you're going to get a Galaxy S7, just look forward to spending about 300 to 500 bucks. Over here on the G4, look forward to spending like 200 bucks. And just be aware, the G4 has pretty weak battery life in comparison to the Galaxy S7, but the Galaxy S7 is no champ in the battery life department either. So both are going to require you to be on the charger probably at least once per day. If you're looking for gaming, go with the Galaxy S7. If you're looking for a camera that is just more, it's just a more quick to use, you don't really got to dig around the settings, go with the Galaxy S7. If you're looking for a more realistic color, more photographer's type camera, and you just want more manual control, definitely go with the G4. If you want a bigger screen with a Quad HD display, this is probably the most affordable Quad HD size screen display you're going to get here, phone you're going to get with a Quad HD at this price point, so go with the LG G4. If you don't like AMOLED saturated colors, go with the G4. If you like punchy colors, go with the Galaxy S7. You guys get my drift here. I'm pretty sure you guys pretty much decided which phone is for you based on everything we just taught you here in this video. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this content, do me a favor, click the like button for me. I got a question for you. Do you guys have any video suggestions you would like to see, like an actual speed test between the Galaxy S7 versus the LG G4, like a gaming test between the Galaxy S7 versus the G4? A camera test between the Galaxy S7 versus the LG G4. Comment your suggestions down below, and which one is your boy? Which one would you pick here? Let's chat about that down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. This was Nick here, helping to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.